Hey everyone. Uh, Honoring my mother today on a live ceremony that I can only entitle She is the Beautiful and walks among us as the beautiful. I'm never going to be the show in my family, for she was the show and she always will be. It's okay to talk about our loved ones that have passed and is. No, we don't need moderation live chat. We need a much better system in our own private rooms. Anyway, watching the leader of our country erode our civil liberties so badly already has been a little annoying. It's just such a dead end. It's just such a tiny faction, and they've done something so terrible and so wrong. And yet they still keep thinking they can be talking. Like I know all about turning the other cheek and forgiving them. But why, when they took that beautiful bioenergetic dance to light mechanism, it turned dance moves into a light show through bioenergetics. And it's just sitting there in stasis because they don't dare patent it. They can't patent it because the prototype's in my voice. And I'll have a voice if they patent it. I'll just be glad it's out there, though, to be honest. Such a cool toy to be able to dance a light show. Da, 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 da. Pass it back and forth. Learn how to do that. Cue. Ah. And go for that from there. Cue. Ah. Go from there. That's all you gotta do. Cue. Ah. All the different voices can have their turn. It wasn't obnoxious seeing all those world leaders gathered, but what was obnoxious was the play between multilateralism and bilateralism. Bilateralism? That is so limited. Bilateralism is so limited. And it, unfortunately, in this case, it allows for poverty. It doesn't only allow for poverty, it requires poverty. And that is an ultimate failure to achieve the MDGs. So, if you've been to that point of ultimate failure, you need to give up on being the solution driver for the MDGs. Now, we missed an opportunity with my bank account because that bank account got closed. And in it was a beautiful income generator that could have made any amount of digital currency free to market through a legal identity. And we could have easily implemented the rollout of digital amounts on projects. Supportive friends in time of need. Holy shit. Like I said, they don't make women more beautiful than my mother. And unfortunately, her choice to vax landed her in a whole bunch of trouble neurologically. She got encephalitis and brain swell, like so many of you do. And it was just too much for her to bear, to be honest. So we're remembering her kind soul and her wonderful spirit today. But we're also remembering that we can't be tricked into a perpetual war where two sides are really one team warring each other on the TV screen in the background ad nauseum. We do need peaceful solutions so that 50 years down the road, we can stop trying to copy, duplicate, securitize, monetize, and manipulate all the data and let us keep our data for our life. We're not going to fuck up. Why would we fuck up? And then we get to pour it into an AI when we pass, and a holographic, beautiful image of the quality of our data comes up. We need to be able to transmit that data when we pass in a dignified manner. I don't mean to be on here sounding like a broken record or sad or anything, but these days are hard, and I needed my friends online just to maintain motivation. Because I have to turn my whole life around. I have to walk out of that ridiculous accusation. Oh, yes, if I was without you, I'd be harmful. No, I wouldn't. Oh, well. Next, I have to walk out of that ridiculous allegation and then try to convince you all that I have your back and want to give you a scenario whereby in 50 years we can nonetheless take and run with a digital income generator out of a legal identity that assigns money onto projects, slowly relieving our cultures of that dependency on debt. I know there's going to be a lot of people that lose their jobs, but we don't need to make them lose them yet. They can be maintained. First in, last out policy. You get to work first every morning, folks. You're going to stay in there till the end of it. And then the rest of us can work out around them. Holding our own digital assets, direct market digital wallets, non-authenticated, password secure, and user managed. The home screen becomes the domain of the end user. When you get that contract, the home screen is yours. It's nice to feel like I'm on the right track, but I have a huge undertaking to write this story. And the revelations, they come so fast. It's so comprehensive a scenario. It's such a huge impact on my life. I'm still dreaming about stuff that is so wild. So wild. I can hardly articulate or communicate it by the morning. But I've got this huge task of writing down this story of what happened to me and how we can get out of this. And I need you guys to take it serious. Like, I know I'm not much of anything to take serious right now, but I'll get there. I'll get there. Just because I was slowed by a rolling accusation does not mean I have anything to worry about going forward. Anyway, it was nice talking today. I don't want to keep you for too long. But these people sending money to these wars are doing it to keep their munitions factories humming. And at some point, we have to question, are they beefing everything up now to come at us? We can't not ask that question. And I think the answer is potentially their plan for AI and what could be of AI. AI is nothing but a holographic regenerator. You can put anything in it and it can regenerate it. And that is not that big a deal overall. It's not something to turn into total surveillance and a duplicate copy of the data. It's just a duplicate copy of the data, folks. Just because the cell phone providers hold it now and somebody else holds the key to the home screen right now doesn't mean 50 years from now we can't work it out so that we seriously can have control of all of our points of contact. 1, 2, the car being 3, and sync up properly, and then notify our nearbys when we are in time of crisis, because there's nobody going to de-escalate a scene like a bunch of nearbys. All you gotta do is push one button for help, bing, and your nearbys get called. And then, do you need 911? Bing. 2 bings, that's it. Ding, ding. Not 911 ring. Ding, ding. We need nearbys, we need 911. Or you need 911, you need nearbys. Nearbys are, it's more important for the nearbys to be called first. 911 is going to be a skeleton of itself. These hospitals are going to be empty relics one day, soon. I need you guys to know what I'm conveying is light theory. It is important. If somebody outside of a legally held degree, which I have, figured this one out, it's not for bozos, the work I did to figure it out. But light theory is a thing, and working vibrationally with the right vibrations instead of the wrong vibrations all the time is a fantastic little endeavor. On top of things, I just want a chance to organize to the level that I'm capable, and I'm asking you all to let my voice enter the conversation. I promise. Also, even though they rubber socksed me in the past, I will. Like, I look down on it with disdain because I never needed it. They knew every single time within 24 hours I was perfectly placid. And even though I was irate while they were pulling me in, it's because they were pulling me in. You have no idea what it's like to get incarcerated on the assumption that you're causing harm. It is absolutely frightening. It's disgusting. It leaves an indelible stain on your soul. It's so obnoxious and so blatantly self-preserving. They do it to make sure their beds stay full. 65% of those people don't belong in there. I don't even know why I bother with YouTube broadcasting. It just goes to the end of oblivion. Nobody can see me. Nobody can get access to what's actually live on the channel through the live page. All you get is highly recommended the whole page is algorithmic recommendations. Why would we want that? Why couldn't we have an X channel where we could program anything? Why couldn't we have a Y channel where we could see what's new? Why couldn't we have a random channel where forget fucking recommends, that's a random channel? And why couldn't we have whatever little recommends you need to be given and 25% of the screen that we never touch again? It was never a proven theory. It is literally an obscene, obnoxious way to organize content. And we can do much better. We still can do much better. Remember, in the back of Discord, YouTube is free. YouTube is free in the back of Discord. So is Spotify. Spotify and YouTube are both free in the back of Discord. Qbot song is all you have to do. Play and play and play and play and play. Don't tell me I didn't live through that. So what do we need monetized YouTube for? When can ads finally go by the wayside where they belong? When can banks finally go by the wayside where they belong? When can debt, interest, inflation go by the wayside where they belong? Again, organization around projects spending digital currency is a safe, pragmatic, euphoric way to move forward. It is euphoric because we will be so engaged on the wider scale. None of this divisive bullshit, you guys. Anyway, I'll see you later. Nice talking to you and have a great day. Love you lots. Thanks for listening.